Do you want to set your business apart? Then do it. Dominate your market.
Dominate your market.
Do it.
Dominate your market.
Are you ready to dominate LinkedIn? Well, let's do this. Let's take a look at LinkedIn as a way to attract the commercial customer that you're looking for. So LinkedIn is a great business social media platform. What we use LinkedIn to do is really to acquire contact information. But you have to go through processes to get people to want to connect with you. And on LinkedIn, they're called connections, not friends. So we want to connect with those groups of people that are in a business-to-business environment so that we can gain their contact information. Most service businesses, those types of people are going to be property managers or in the property management world, and or real estate agents, real estate brokers, and real estate managers. So what we want to do is we want to do a couple things. Number one, we want to develop a top 10 every month of potential prospects. And with those top 10 connections, we want to be liking, sharing, and commenting on their posts. If they are not producing content, then what we want to do is we want to share articles with them on a weekly basis as a way of helping them in their business. We want to bring an air of how can I help you do your business. We don't want to be, hey, use my business. We want to have an air of how can I help you do your business. And so concentrating on that top 10 will allow you to begin to build credibility and to build rapport. So after you've developed that top 10 strategy on a monthly basis, you want to make sure that you're commenting you're developing posts, you're developing content that puts you in a position to be able to be seen as the expert in your market. And so you want to put content on LinkedIn in optimal days and times. So the optimal days are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The optimal times to post are 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning, at noon, and at 5 to 6. But the best time to post content is on Tuesdays between 10 and 11 a.m. Studies have shown when you post content on LinkedIn between 10 and 11 a.m. on Tuesdays, 95% more likely that your content is going to be liked, commented on, and shared, which is going to increase your engagement. Now, the first thing you want to do after you've developed your LinkedIn profile, and you want to make sure that LinkedIn profile is totally completed with your picture, not someone else's or a logo, with all your information, biography, history, all that great stuff, is you want to create a community page for your company. You want to create that company page so that one, you can link back to it, but two, it provides you with access to LinkedIn analytics so that when you are posting and you are providing that content, LinkedIn will provide you analytics on who's looking at it, how long they're looking at it, and give you information so you can determine what content you need to keep putting out and what content really isn't working. What's the best content? Well, the best content is pictures and video. Pictures will get you more likes and comments, and video will get you more shares. But the whole goal of LinkedIn is to gain their contact information. And how do we do that? Well, let me show you. By utilizing LinkedIn and gaining those connections, you can follow this process to now export your connection information so that you can begin an effective email campaign. So in creating a social media strategy, what I do is I look at two platforms in particular. One is LinkedIn, which is great for connecting business to business. So let's look at LinkedIn profile. So this is my profile. I use a picture. Salvo is our website. Talks about what I do, gives a quick bio, and you need to make sure all of this is completed. It wants me to complete some university stuff here, intermediate, add education. I have a lot of stuff on here, so I'm not sure why it's only intermediate, but you get the picture in terms of what's on here. So then you have a dashboard 101 people have viewed my profile. I believe this is in the last 30 days. I've had 64 post views, and I've showed up in 22 searches. I'm not interested in any careers or career advice or salary insights, and none of that stuff is turned on. These are a couple of articles that I posted last year. All of your stuff is put into here. So this is my experience, and my experience is going to go down the list here. We get to features, skills, and endorsements, which is a great place to show off, information about you, my interests. So you kind of get the picture of my page, and then if you click on the home, this is what we would consider your profile, or your wall. I'm sorry, your wall. All right. So what I want to talk to you today about is setting up LinkedIn and using it as a strategy. And then I want to talk about Facebook and how to use an effective search strategy. So let's talk first LinkedIn. First thing you want to do is you want to set up a company page. So you go up here to work, and you come down here to create company page. And I'm going to create a company page right now. So my company page is Guyman Media Group. And I verify that I'm the official representative of this company and have the right to act on that behalf. And I'm going to create this group, or create this page, I'm sorry. So I'm going to get started. And you can see here, I'm going to come back and put all of this in later. But you can see here that there's a lot of information you need to include. But what this does is it's going to give you access to LinkedIn Analytics. And the analytics are going to let you be able to view your post and determine how well your posts are going. Since I already have analytics set up because we have another company page set up, I'm not going to finish this right now, but I will come back to it. So you want to set up your company page to give you access to LinkedIn Analytics. The next thing you want to do, go back up here to work. Let's see. Yeah, to work. You want to come over here to groups. Right here to groups. And we want to click on groups. And in our groups, over here to the left, you see My Groups and Discover. My Groups and Discover. Let's click on My Groups. It's going to show a list of groups. These are the groups I'm in. I just joined a couple that aren't in here yet. But I want to come over here to the left where it says My Groups, Pending Groups, and Create Group. And I want to create a group. Now, what you want to do in terms of creating a group is you want to create a group that you can invite your prospects to, the people that you want to be involved with. So what I would do is I would create a group for small business owners who want to get leads. So I'd probably call it something like the Small Business Lead Exchange, or the Small Business Lead Vault would be the group title that I would get involved with. But you want to create a group, and here's why. When you create this group, you add people to the group, and people join the group, they're going to get notifications every time there's a post or a comment or content. Add it, and it gives you consistent access to your contacts, and that's very important in continuing to communicate with them. So once we've created that group, we want to go back to our page here, and we want to discuss posting content. Now, what I like to do in terms of posting content is once a week, I want to create an article, I want to post a photo, or I want to post a video. And the best time to post this content is Tuesday through Thursday at either 7:30 to 8:30 a.m., noon, or 5 to 6 p.m. But the most optimal time to post content is between 10 and 11 a.m. on Tuesdays. And you want to be posting about 5 to 10 posts per month on LinkedIn to continue to be able to be relevant to your group of people to get that engagement, to show up in searches, to show up in your connection list, so that people want to connect with you. So the whole goal of LinkedIn is to develop a contact list so that you can email and communicate with those in your network. So let's look at how to download this contact list. Click on My Network at the top. When you click on My Network, over to the left, you'll see your number of connections. I've got 1,557 connections. So I want to click on Connections. And I want to come over here to the top right, and I want to click on Manage Synced and Imported Contacts. Manage Synced and Imported Contacts. And after I do that, I want to come down here, bottom right, Export Contacts. Click on Export Contacts. And I'm given the option of either downloading the works or pick and choose. You want to download the works, all the individual files, and you want to request your archive. And when you request that archive, there's going to be a download, and they're going to send it to you. And when they send it to you, they're going to send your contacts to you in a CSV file or an Excel spreadsheet that you can then utilize for an email marketing campaign. And LinkedIn is where we obtain probably 50% of our commercial related business, doing business with property managers and real estate agents, because of the time and effort that we put into LinkedIn to build the list, to be able to communicate with property managers and real estate agents via email. That's the whole goal. That's the whole goal. So if you do that, you'll be effective in creating an awesome LinkedIn strategy to get that information. Now, let's go to Facebook. And in Facebook, what we want to do is we want to be able to utilize Facebook as a search tool and not a spamming tool. So let's check out my wall. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it real quick. And I want to come into my groups. And so I'm going to click on groups, and I'm going to go into a neighborhood group here. Go into this neighborhood group. So here's the neighborhood group that one of the many that I belong to. And I'm just going to scroll up a little bit, take a look at it. So this person's looking for an in-home daycare for their 1-year-old. It's funny, somebody's looking for a small office space for lease. People come to these neighborhood groups and they're looking for specific services. So what we want to do is, on a every other day basis, or at least a weekly basis, we want to come in here and we want to go to the left, or you see Boone County Neighborhood Group, and then you just scroll down here and you get past recommendations and you see search this group. And we want to search this group, and I'm going to put in window cleaning. And I'm going to search referrals. And this was from last year, but you see this is in here, and you just have to make sure that you're asking or searching, so that when people are asking, you can be found. Referrals: who do indoor outdoor window cleaning? She asked it May 22nd, 2017. Now, if you go down here on April 13th, 2015, referrals for window cleaning company. She asked for it, and whoever got the job, she didn't do a good job in continuing along with her. So, if I look at the comments here, Gina says BJ with Mela. Pam says Mela. There's a deal on Angie's list. Mela. BJ David, who owns Mela. Erlinger Window Cleaning. Another Mela. Affordable Window Cleaning. Fish. Dave Neely, he's trying to get the business on the down low. BJ again with Mela. BJ with Mel. Now, BJ, if he got the job, he did not do a good job in terms of getting this repeat business because, again, she looked up here and asked for the same thing 2 years later. So, great way to get into groups and to find the services that are available to you in Facebook groups. So, join your Facebook neighborhood groups. Use those groups to search for the business that is available in those Facebook groups, and you'll be able to be very effective in terms of your social media strategy by planning this activity out. So there you have it. That is how you develop your connections to be able to download those connections so that you have the contact information to begin an effective email campaign. Check out the information on email marketing to understand how to take that information and develop an effective email campaign so that you can consistently stay in front of your LinkedIn connections. Let's dominate.